everybody, this is Tank and Trucker, and I decided we're going to do a review of the IS-6. It's still a premium tank, still can get it, and it's still got some oomph to it. They did come out with the Object 252, which is a replacement for the Tier 8 Heavy IS-6, and they did it due to the fact that they're trying to get rid of the preferential matchmaking. Because you get the Object 252, you will see Tier 10s. The reason you don't see them in the IS-6 is due to the fact that the IS-6 gun is pretty well a pile of crap. Standard round wise, you only get 175 pen. Premium rounds only bump you up to 217, whereas with the Object 252, your standard rounds are like 225, and your premium rounds, I believe, are like 260 something. The nice thing about this is you do get APCR for your premium rounds with this, so at least you have that to look forward to. The velocity of your APCR rounds is a lot faster coming out of the barrel, so you don't have to lead targets as much to hit them. So, is the IS-6 still worth it? Yeah, it still is worth it. I mean, if you make the mistake and platoon up with somebody in a Tier 8 tank that does not obviously get preferential matchmaking, you're going to see Tier 10s, which that's not good. As you can see, they've got 1, 2, 3 artilleries, and the arties were pre-aimed in over here, and our Carnarvon already lost half his health in one shot from artillery. To be honest with you, I own every arty in the game, and they could take arty completely out of the game and just give me credits for them, and I would be just happy. Because I don't really like artillery. I think arty ruins the game. This guy and the object... Let me pause this for a second. So the reason they have artillery in the game is so that the game doesn't get stagnant. You don't have heavies or mediums or lights or whatever, tank destroyers sitting in one area behind rocks or whatnot and just launching shell after shell after shell and not moving, or tanks that hide and cower behind hills and they just sit there the whole match. Arties to keep them moving, because they know if they sit still, they get spotted, well, they're dead. So this Carnarvon, poor guy, is driving up here to get into a position to start shooting his tank, and he doesn't even get over here, and he already loses half his health in one shot. He wasn't stagnant. He wasn't sitting behind a hill somewhere hiding. So, that's why if they do this thing with the artillery where it, I mean, when you get hit with a T-92 artillery and it does 200 damage and stops your tank from moving for 5 seconds, 2 thumbs up for me. I fucking hate artillery. I'll sell every arty piece I have, and I'll go from owning every tank in the game to, sorry guys, I don't own every tank in the game because I won't play arty anymore. Because it'll be just a pile of shit. It'll be a worthless, arty just will be worthless, I guess, put it that way. When you're hitting a Tier 8 and doing 200 damage in an artillery, which I saw a video, and somebody hit a Tier 8 with a T-92 artillery, hit him direct on, I mean literally right on, stunned him for 5 seconds or 6 seconds, whatever it was, and did 200 damage. Already just got, it's trash, junk. So if somebody else wants to play it and they can stun me for 5 seconds, and then I've got my repair kits and my first aid kits that I can just continually use, well, in my mind, arty's worthless. So I hope they do it, to be honest with you, because I don't like artillery. I don't like being one shot or actually being a productive tank in the game and getting the shit knocked out of me because, I'm not stagnant like some camper would be that hasn't been spotted. So, is the IS-6 still a decent tank? Is it still worthwhile in the game? Yeah, I feel it is. So I knocked the IS-3's track off there, and he knocks my track off. The other IS-3 gets my track knocked off, but I'm able to put a nice shot in that IS-3. So I've done 777 damage and blocked 1170 so far. And we're actually outnumbered up here because, unfortunately, our T-10 and T-54 were a couple of retards, and they went basically up the hill over there. Actually, no, they went down the one line. They were heading up the hill, and they swapped over that way, which I didn't realize. But the T-10 and the IS definitely should have went this way, because if you saw on the enemy team, both their IS-3s, their IS-6, their IS, all the heavies that normally would came over here. And when your team is, retarded or has retarded players like this one did, and our top tier T10 heavy tier 9 that we needed to help us over here, and he goes the other way, and the IS goes the other way, even the T54, even though he's in a medium, common sense would have said, hey, I need to go with these guys and help them because they got a lot of heavies. And so basically, our team just started out as a turd team. We'll just put it that way. So anyways, I got tracked again, and I'm moving in on this IS-3. I saw the AT-7 over there. I'm not really worried about an AT-7 penning me too bad, unless he's using premium rounds, and even that. So I bounced, well, I didn't really bounce it. That was kind of a trash shot, but I've done 1,115 damage, and I've blocked 1,560. And basically, it's myself and the defender up here against three, well, now two tanks and artillery and whatever's behind us. So I don't know if these guys didn't realize. Oh, the IS-6 did, but the IS, I don't think he realized that I took out this other IS-3. So this IS is backing up instead of turning around and giving me his front, the harder armor to pen, but he finally gets her flapped around. I make a mistake of pulling it there further and giving him my side. And I got ammo racked, which I already used my repair kit because I didn't feel like having artillery just tear the snot out of me. The good thing was, even though the defender got tracked, he was smart and kept shooting at the AT-7. I finally get loaded back up, take out the IS-6, excuse me. And then AT-7 backs up. Now, I should have thought about it, but right there, I just got hit by the PZ4, the Waffle PZ4, and it did bounce it. But to stop and think, the mistake I made is we were still lit by the AT-7, and probably still lit even though I just killed their IS-6. You're still lit for, excuse me, I don't know, a couple seconds after you kill somebody, unless they have one of the things you can add to it where it keeps you lit even after you die for an extra 2 seconds or something. But knowing that they've got the AT-7 and the Waffle 4, I should have thought about it, and I knew the tier 9 Waffle would have camped base back here like a cowarding little pussy instead of going out and actually trying to help his team, and that's why we just rolled pretty much over this team. But also, they still have 3 artilleries, and I knew they were probably going to be aimed in up this way. So after I got hit by that Waffle 4, my track gets fixed, and I back the hell up. Right there, I just got hit by their FV-207 with an AP round, and knocked me down to 410 hit points. Gotta love Artie. That's why I can't wait till they nerf the shit out of that crap. But I've done 1,924 damage, and I've blocked 2,700. And with my assistance, we've done 1,198. And I've got 2 kills. So, with 3 artillery still, I figured they're still aimed in this way. The AT-7 is still up there. He can still light us. The defender got him, so good for him. He gets him knocked out. But the thing we got here that we got to deal with is coming around this hill with that Waffle 4. And I noticed there was a Comet that came up behind us. And the Comet takes out our SU before I was able to help him. I get a nice shot at him for 330, but the problem being is I'm ammo racked. But as long as I keep my front facing the Comet, I don't think he can probably pen me. Unfortunately, our defender's butt's facing the M41 GF and the Comet. Now the Comet is coming at me, the 41 GF is coming at me, so I get a nice shot on him and finish him off. But obviously the M41 doesn't realize I'm probably ammo racked, so now it's time to play chase round robin. He's going around the hill. I'm not really chasing him. I'm getting away from him because I knew I wasn't going to be loaded by the time he came around the hill. Now I'm loaded, so I'm bringing my front around, back around. I get a good shot on him, but it hits him in the track and only tracks him. So I still got another like a 12. I got like a 12 or 13 something second load time. So I'm still not loaded. That's the only drawback when you get ammo rack, boy. Your load time gets pretty much doubled. But we've got it down to their Waffle 4 and their M41 GF. I just blocked that shot from the Waffle 4, which obviously definitely would have killed me. So now I'm up to, I'm done 2,941 damage and blocked 3,730. I'm still not loaded, but I want to get a shot on that Waffle 4 because he's down to half health. Get a little payback on him for hitting me, so I nail him for 399. This M41 shoots me and tracks me. He's shooting heat, so heat is the friend in the IS-6 because the IS-6 has got so much spaced armor. Shoot me all day long with heat. All it's gonna do is nothing, basically. It'll just peter out in the spaced armor. So I get a nice shot on him and leave him with 6 whole hit points. But yeah, with the IS-6, yeah, shoot me all day long with heat because this has got some really good spaced armor areas, and he shot me. Can see right. I don't know if that round is the round. Let me. Oops. Okay, let's see if we can look at this. So that round right here, I don't know if that's the same round that's in there, or if that's the second round from where that M41 just shot me, and all he did was knock my track off. But anyways, yeah, the IS-6 has got great spaced armor all around this thing in different areas. You know, the track covers here. I think it's got some in the front lower plate. I'm not sure 100% where it's at. I know there's a bunch of spaced armor in the turret. So yeah, he could shoot me all day long with that heat rounds, and he's not going to do much of crap. All he did there is knocked off my track. He did hit me one time here with a heat round, so that might have been this one right underneath, which that's one hell of a shot to shoot in there like that. But anyways, so did 3,716 damage and blocked 3,970, and with the damage with our assistance was 2,399, and we got 3 kills. And it was kind of close at first. I wish our heavies would have all came this way, like our T10 and the IS, because I mean, common sense, you know the enemy team's coming this way, and they're going to send their big stuff's coming this way. And just head over the other way is kind of like saying, you know, screw you guys. Just I hope you can deal with it. So, excuse me. Kudos to the defender on our team, Zbax13, because he stuck it out with me over here, and unfortunately, our Carnarvon lost pretty much half his health before he even got up here. And, you know, he was still able to get a kill, so, you know, kudos to him for coming up here and helping me out. So, it was nice to have a couple heavies actually go to the right place. And we held our own and pretty much held off. It was like 2 tanks per one of us up here. They had us outnumbered 2-1. And we still held them off good, and we got pounded by artillery. So, yeah, kudos to those guys for coming up here and helping and doing a great job. So anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll be back in just a second with the post-game stats. Alrighty, so that match was an ace tanker, and we got a fire for effect, shell-proof, spotter, duelist, bruiser, a steel wall, and a high caliber. And as you can see, I've got pretty much down pat on the IS-6, you know, how to angle so you can bounce some rounds, but obviously the armor on it's good to begin with anyways. But ended up doing 3,716 damage, got 3 kills, and my base experience on that was 1,396. Had a hell of a match in this thing. I had 14 shots, 14 hit, 12 pen. Like I said, 37, 16 in damage. I got hit 14 times. 3 of them penned me, 11 bounced. 1 hit was from splash damage, so I blocked 3,970 damage. Spotted 2. Damage 6, destroyed 3, and damage caused with my assistance was 2,399. Made 132,135 credits, but after they repaired the vehicle and resupplied the ammo, still made 122,636 credits. I had one hell of a match in this thing. The hits I got with the 3 that penned me were actually 1 from artillery, I think, 1 from the PZ4, and the 207 actually. I think he might have bounced on me. No. That's weird because I thought it popped up, it bounced or something. But yeah, I had a hell of a game with this. You know, average damage on this gun is what is it? I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. 390. So 399 on the waffle, 2 hits on the IS-3 and killed him for 341. The other IS-3 knocked out his track, hit him twice for 777. The M41 GF knocked, let me move this so you can see through my grape. Knocked out his track and his gunner, hit him twice for 794. Yeah, IS knocked out his engine and his track, hit him 3 times, killed him for 806. And the Comet, I knocked out his ammo rack, hit him twice for 599. So had a wicked match in this thing. This might be almost the best match I've had in this. I'd have to look, but that's a pretty good match I had in it. IS-6 still has it. Obviously, I was shooting nothing but premium rounds because the standard rounds on this I think it's like 175 pen. Yeah, it just doesn't have the umph. I mean, if I'd have been shooting those IS-3s and it just wouldn't have gone through them. AT-7 wouldn't have gone through. IS-6 wouldn't have gone through. And a Waffle PZ-4 it might have, pretty good. 741 GF, I was getting shots on this turret a lot. The IS probably would have bounced. So I might have had a lot of problems, shooting with the standard rounds. So, but I had a great match in it and made a lot of credits on this thing. So yeah, the IS-6 still has a little umph behind her. Still not, behind the, I don't want to say it's one of the least powerful tanks, but that's why they came out with the U-252 is to replace this one, so it didn't get preferential matchmaking. But they also gave the 252 a better gun, a lot better gun. I still think the armor on the IS-6 is better because the 252 I would have not bounced in the front the bounces I was getting on this. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, the match there. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. And you guys be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.